Good morning, everyone. I, Samaresh Palroy, coordinator of this event. On behalf of School of Pharmacy, P Savani University, it's my great privilege to welcome you again in day 2 to this national level online faculty development program on optimizing pharmaceutical innovation, ethical uses of AI for research writing, publication, and patent. So now we are having today our day 2 speaker, Dr. Akash Kumar Bhoi. So Dr. Akash Kumar Bhoi is with qualification of B.Tech, M.Tech, and PhD. Is listed in the world top 2% scientists for single year impact for the years 2022 and 2023 by Stanford University and published by elsewhere. He founded a e-support research and MSME with them registered enterprise and run a YouTube channel. Dr. Akash is currently associated with Director of Research, Sikkim Manipal University, as an adjunct research faculty. For 3 years, he has worked as a research associate at the Wellness Network Research Laboratory, Institute of Information Science and Technology, National Research Council, Pisa, Italy. He has been conferred the honorary title of Adjunct Fellow at the Institute of Sustainable Industries uh, livable cities, Victoria University, Melbourne, Australia for a year. He is a university PhD course coordinator for research and publication ethics at SMU. He served as a assistant professor of Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology for about 10 years. He has over 170 research publications, including 30 books registered in Scopus and H index of 35 with citation over 4,500. So he is editing several books with Springer Nature, elsewhere, the Earth's Press. He also served as a guest editor for special issue of journal like Springer Nature, Whaley, and Industry. So, with this brief introduction, help me to welcome our today's speaker, Dr. Akash Kumar Bhoi, for his today's session on AI tools in research writing and ethical practice. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Samres, for the kind introduction. I shall share my screen. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, sir, it's loud and clear. You can share.
So, good morning, everyone. The topic today that we'll cover is AI tool in research writing and ethical practices. Many of you, I'm sure that you are all aware of the tools that are there, and many, when you try to write a article, many I think are using AI tools as well. So I'll be talking on two aspect of it. One is like what are the tools that we have, and it is not in 2 hour it is not possible to cover all, but I will try to give a justice for whatever tool I can able to cover. And the second part of it will cover the ethical practices, like when we talk about all this tool, AI tool. So we need to be careful about how we are using those tool, and ethically how safe we are. So those two aspects I will try to touch. So the first thing that you need to understand, that at present era that we are dealing with is the generative AI. The AI tool that we are talking about is able to give you prompt, or with a prompt you can able to generate image, text, audio, and for writing purposes, like any either you are writing your thesis or your research paper or anything, you are generating text from this AI prompt. With different tools are there in the backend, might be chat gpt is used, might be Gemini AI, might be another whatever programming language is there, particularly in generative AI is there. So you see, earlier we were talking about AI, then more of specialized when we talk about interacting with the machine, then we're talking about the machine language learning. And then particularly deep learning, more training and more in-depth analysis of a particular specific area, then we looked into deep learning. And yes, at present also there are several work that are going on when we talk about huge data sets, big data set, and then we talk about deep learning. And now we're talking about generative AI, more convenient way to interact with the AI. Just with a simple prompt, with a simple command, you are able to get whatever you want. So now coming back to just to give you sort of a a writing aspect, like when we talk about research article or a paper, then we have this structure in our mind, like we need to touch upon the title of it, the title, the abstract, the keyword. And particularly this three is something you can relate with the human, like that will be easy for you to understand when we compare the structure of a article or a paper with the human structure. So the facial, or the head portion of it, you can say the title, abstract, and the keyword. Next, you can relate this introduction, or let's say this literature review, method, discussion. Up to this, you can say this part with the trunk area of the body, or the mid part of the body. So here we say we'll be talking about the introduction, writing the literature review, method, experimentation, result, and discussion. Then the limb part or the end part of it, or here you can add your conclusion, acknowledgement, references, supplementary material as well. So any of the component or any of the part, if from the body, if it is missing, so you can say like it is not complete. And similarly, if anything is missing out of a paper, let's say literature review is missing, or let's say references is not properly managed, so that's where you are lacking in that paper as well. So our intention has to be that we should touch upon all the component, and everything in a balanced manner. It is not like you have to write abstract or keyword, so you'll be writing 1000 words or 2000 words in the abstract. 300 to 500 words is more than enough. So those are there, those are other aspect of it. So now you see, this is also published in one of the article when we are talking about the writing scientific article step by step. And here also abstract, where we it can be structured based or unstructured, but what it will be talking about intro or the objective of it, then the method, result, conclusion. Two line is more than enough from each part. And you are you are compiling the abstract, so about 300 to 500 word. And again, you need to look into that journal that you are targeting. So that also you need to follow. Somewhere recently I have submitted a paper where 250 words is the maximum limit for the word. So in that case, you have to reduce the word content as well. Then you have the introduction, method, result, and discussion. And these are very much important when we talk about all this writing aspect of it. Now because we will be talking about the tools, particularly you know I normally plan this sort of like webinar or this sort of lecture in two aspects. One is associating this AI tool into account, because many of you might be interested to know what are the tools that are there that can help you or that can assist you while writing article. Another aspect is without touching. Yeah, okay. Somewhere some
Yes, so now all are in mute condition. You can please continue. So you have become muted, sir. Please unmute yourself and please 1 second.
yeah. The first tool that we'll be talking about is the consensus. I will come to this platform also. Just I wanted to show you within 10 to 15 minutes what the tool that we'll be talking about. So the consensus is something where you can come and you can generate research idea. Like you want evidence based answer, and you are just checking the fact whether to start with that particular research or whether to take that research and initiate your research. So this platform will help you. I will show you how it works. And let's say here we have just put a search. Just I've taken a query, like I've just put this, in the search option, in the consensus, that can mindfulness improve sleep. So you see, whatever the answer that we'll get will be from the article, published article. So this is something, from the evidence base. Like in Google platform also you do have a search, and here also, there also you'll get answer, but somewhere, you get diverted from the the topic that you wanted to look into. So here you'll get whatever answer based on the evidence and the published article. And there are more insight to that, that I'll show you. There has been some new addition to this platform. And then another, the Kinias is also there. This is also where you can find literature from any document. You can start with the PDF, you can start with your own text, taking the text into this platform, like building the text, and side by side building the the references, the literature. So this also will help you like this. So here I have just imported this content, and you see, side by side here you have this literature article. And when you try to draft anything, it will suggest you, like, what to write. And it will suggest you the references also, or you can add references to the library, and from that also you can start drafting, so that it will be easy for you to write and cite. So a platform where you can write, and ultimately you can download that in the Word document also. Even there is a plugin now that is available in the Word plugin also. You can add Kinias to your Word, and you can start writing. So that is one of the such tool that will be helpful. SCI Space, this is one of my favorite tool, where if you like to perform any sort of literature search, and you want to explore literature, you want to compare different article in the one window. You see here, more than 10 paper are there. Even we can load more paper, and for each paper you get insight, TLDR, conclusion, research gap, method use, whatever. And that also you can download the CSV also. So you'll get what, after analysis, you'll get a summary of it, summary of, let's say, 15 or 20 papers. So what exactly we're talking about is like saving time. Many of the time when we try to read a paper, uh, we need to invest some time. And when in a particular research you might have 100, 200 paper, and that you need to cover. And sometime after reading 10 or 15 paper, we say that we conclude our finding from this article and we move on. But this tool might help you to take input from other paper as well, like all those 200 paper as well. So this is how it will be helpful for you to maximize your thought, and to work on the the idea or the problem that you thought of solving. So next will be, this is something I'm talking about on a perspective of idea creation at the beginning, or literature search. So through that, you try to find out the literature gap, research gap, or then you create your problem, research problem, you test such of hypotheses, then you move towards research experimentation. And that time also you might need certain platform that will help you or assist you. I'm using a term help assist. Why? Because this tool, this the ethical part of it, when we talk about, will be I'll be talking more on it. But still, you should not be completely dependent on any tool or anything. That's the reality, and that's the logical way of dealing with the life and any problem. So if you completely depend with any AI platform, then it will, your creativity, your thought, that will be suppressed. So, and the ethical aspect or the unethical part might come in with the AI. So because sometimes AI might generate or might give you false information, might cite. So we need to take this platform as assistive way of writing tool. So like when I'm drafting all my finding, I need to have all my I need to complete my research, like we're talking about this experimentation. So that has to be there. And when you complete that thing and you have already performed literature review, now you have something during experimentation also, you have done some sort of literature review, you have gathered some data. Now you have something like a raw or a draft finding, or data and text, whatever, images, result. And now you want to rearrange it towards writing a paper. So that's why I thought of keeping this as one of the sort of a visualize, or to trigger your stimuli, that will help you to understand, like when you have the draft, then rearranging the draft is also important. And next is like the format that you'll be looking into. Like you'll be targeting a journal, and many of the journal, most of the standard journal, they follow IMRED format that you all know. You have to have this introduction, which I've shown you at the first or second slide, then the related work, literature review, material, method, result. This heading has to also be there in the paper. So we're not just talking about that the content to be there, but with that heading or the subheading has to be there. And uh, and you need to address them. So though we're talking about IMRAD format, that doesn't mean that we need to write in that sequence. We need to write like starting from the title, introduction, literature, material, result, comparison, conclusion. No, that is not the way. This is the format that we need to follow. That is how the final work will come in place. Like your the final output or research paper or whatever you are writing might be in that format. But when we start drafting an article, let's say we have certain number of tools, because here I have just trying to give you a picture, like we have here tools that are that is helping you or that is assisting you. And hope I'm not muted. Am
No, sir.
I okay? So the order of for preparation of the manuscript is also vital, and that's where many they do struggle, when they initially they start research and writing an article. What they do is they follow the template and they start working from the title and introduction, literature, like that. But no, as we talked about the experimentation, and so you have to have your result ready, or the tables with you. Then you already followed certain method or experimentation procedure, so that also you should know. Then the result from the calculation that you have made, or the certain thing that you have followed, that you need to write properly. Then the discussion part, then you see the conclusion, then we come to introduction. So you see, this is like this part is mostly the trunk area or the mid part of the human we are talking about, neither the head, neither the limb part. So this we are trying to address first. Next we are moving to the conclusion, and next then after that we are moving to introduction, then abstract, then title. So you see introduction, abstract, and title. So this abstract is something you are summarizing. So you have everything ready, all the draft ready, now you are summarizing the abstract. And title is something you are summarizing more, like you are reducing the all the content. Now you have only something like you know some words, like 5 to 10 words of in the title. Then you have the keywords, and keyword also sometimes you need to follow the guideline, or the keyword that repetitively occur in the body, in the abstract, better to use those keywords. And then the acknowledgement, then the declaration part, that those are mandatory nowadays, the declaration section, the references that you need to follow, APM, LHC, whatever that being asked. So those are vital. And in the writing process, when you are writing your material methods, or you are drafting your you are preparing your the block diagram or the flow diagram. So that's where also you have to be careful, like you need you can opt for draw IO, which is free. Like here I'm not talking about take certain image from a published article and make some changes and make something and just presume or just say that that is your own creation. No, that will be again plagiarized, that will fall under plagiarism, or somebody um, might able to trace it. So better is to draw the procedure or the idea that you have drafted, or that you thought of following to prepare that article. Like, you have here a block diagram, and from like the databases that you have selected, then what you are doing, and your visualization you have to put on, and you can draw it, and you can help, you can do that with your PowerPoint presentation also, in the Word also now, or you can move to Draw IO. And many of the article, they prefer, they like to have graphical abstract. So in that aspect also you can think of. And some, the block diagram can be treated as graphical abstract if it is properly conveyed, or it is properly talking about the whole story of that paper. So recently I've made certain videos on graphical abstract, and that are available in my YouTube channel, support for research. Those will be published in this month, or yeah, in this month. And so and each component I'm trying to cover each component, so that you can focus more on that. And now you see, here we're talking about the tables that are also vital. um, uh, Many, they do make mistake, like in the presentation part. Even though you have done certain excellent work, but you have not able to represent or present it properly in your manuscript. So you might get rejection. So the table should talk about the comparative table, in the discussion section should talk about the earlier method that are used, and what you have done. The images should be with high resolution, 600 dpi resolution, and each level should be clearly visible. Even though if I zoom in or zoom out, it should be visible. So all those things you need to take into account. And those are certain aspect where many article that get initial rejection, like dex rejection. We talked about dex rejection many of the time, and you say that you have done such excellent work, but the journals they are rejecting. I have submitted to that journal, this journal, I'm getting rejection from all journals. So many things that's come to play, like the language, the presentation, other than the work is the first thing. Like, it should not be some repetitive or something already published, or you can't do that. So that's where there are tools like similarity tools, like Turnitin. You have Drillbit, they can able to tell you. Authenticate, they can able to tell you. Cross-check can able to find out the references that being used. So other than that, other than technical aspect, other aspect also you need to focus, or you need to do properly. And along with that, the software, where, like SPSS you might have used, you might have used Python, you might have used MATLAB, you might have used whatever platform where you have done your the analysis, the complete experimentation. Like, if I'm just talking about the simulation part, so that's where you need to learn certain tools as well. And that's completely dependent on what you are doing, what is your subject, what sort of experimentation you are doing, what sort of tools that are applicable for your experimentation. So those are other things. But you need to acknowledge everything, so that the reader or the reviewer should able to able to know that what you have done, what you are trying to convey. And from that, whether is there any sort of incremental finding, or any value addition is there in your paper or not. That helps further sort of thing. Then again, SCI space, here I just put this because here you can do chat, you can chat with the paper, whatever paper you have, I'll show you. Then this is one wonderful tool, insightful, where you can uh, accelerate your research by finding literature and connecting literature. Let's say you have two base paper, one is from 1990, one is from 2004 or 2015 or 25 or whatever, 2024. and you want to make a relation among these two paper, and both are from the same domain. So you can do that in this part. You can put that DOI title, and here, then if you just search, you'll get a beautiful connected graph, or beautiful connected result of the two literature, all by citing those article that being cited, or cited to the both the paper. So the in between all the literature you can able to find, and those paper will help you in your literature. When you do literature survey, you need to consider them, because those are the what we can say is the core paper that you need to consider, or the base paper that you need to consider. uh, Being AI, if you like to chat, you like to act something freely, you can do that. If you do not like to avail, let's say chat gpt, that advanced one, here freely this Bing chat can be used, and that the edge platform you can do that. This is where the comparison that I talked about SCI space was there. Then if you are trying to make a comparative table, the idea here is to the AI tool that I was talking about is like, if I wanted to find out the accuracies or the feature, or the method that being used for, let's say, for 10 paper in that particular, or 20 paper, the latest paper, so I can able to make comparative table out of it. It will help me. Not 100% I'll be dependent on the tool. I might take few data from that, and few from my earlier text or the document that I might have, and then I can club, and I can come up with a comparative table where stating the feature and accuracies and precision, whatever you are trying to do, sort of comparative analysis, and that you might keep it in the discussion section. So this is how we normally do. And this is at the end, I was like, once you complete your the discussion and the conclusion, then you can jump to, or you can come to the abstract part, where it can be here you see you have here is, let me, yeah, this is structured abstract, like the you need to declare the objective, method, result, conclusion, that need to be mentioned in the structured abstract. Whereas the similar kind of a thing without mentioning that also can be done, and here might be some word restriction might be there. You can see the difference between that, like the word count might be less in few of the journal. They will give you certain instruction to keep it below 200 or 250, so you have to do that. Then the keyword, then the abbreviation, that is also important. Many of the time we feel that like KNN, that is well known, but somewhere you need to declare it, and better to keep a abbreviation list. Many of the time we do use abbreviated words in between the text, though you might have declared in the manuscript wherever you might have written, but keeping abbreviation is something it will give certain hint to the reviewer that you wanted the readers to read the article in a proper manner, and they will not face any sort of problem. So then, like, if you like to generate the abstract, let's say the tool that you are looking into, like the AI tool. If I'm talking about the AI tool, and you are looking for this AI tool, let me clear this one. So if you are looking for a tool that give you abstract, so what you can do, you can come to Rightful also. Without creating account also you can do that. What you need to do is, from the introduction to conclusion, all the text you need to take, and you just need to drop it here. You need to drop it here, then the abstract will appear here. So basically, from your text only it will generate abstract. So when I checked, I didn't find any AI content in it, and these are from your own text only. But the doubt many of that, because those are unpublished work, and though the platform is clearly stated that they will not share any data from their platform, or neither to the online repository, neither to anyone, but that call will be your, because unpublished work you wanted to share or not, that is another thing. Many of the tool, the AI tool, the learning part, because the self learning, I think many of you that this tool are learning from your input, whatever input we are giving. Let's say whatever is available, from that it is learning, and whatever thing that you are creating, and from that you want to know something, so you are giving raw data to it, so from that also it keeps learning. So you have to be careful on that. Even though you can generate title from this rightful, and that is possible from the abstract, whatever abstract you have, either you have generated from this platform or you have written. If you just simply put over here, and you can get the title. And I've checked it, legitimate and correct title, you can able to find from this platform. This is conclusion. I missed a conclusion that has to come before, just after discussion. Conclusion also you can do that. Like, if you do not you do not have time to write conclusion, you should have, but let's say just assume that you want to have a tool that can help you to write conclusion. Similar way you can come to Bing AI. I just try to do that, and you can put from the introduction to the discussion, introduction to discussion, all the section, keep it in a double code and say to the Bing that kindly help me drafting a conclusion. Like, here you see, this is the conclusion we get. So this was written conclusion, but the alternative conclusion I can get from Bing chart. So the from your content, it try to conclude or try to write a conclusion statement. Somewhat I found similar when I read it, I found similar, like all this content, so it is okay to do that. But again, as I said, if it is unpublished work, you have to take a call. And then nowadays this is like mandatory, the declaration part. Like, you need to declare all the thing, because why I thought of telling is that, because now we're talking about the AI tool also. So whether you have, if you have used AI tool for any particular purpose, like to either to review or to write or to if you have generated any kind you have used, better to give declaration in which section you have used, which tool you have used, and the tool, the version of the tool that you have used. And you can declare it in the declaration section, because there is nothing wrong to say that you have used AI tool. And there is wrong if you are not saying that you have used AI tool and you are just pretending that you have not used any AI tool. So that is something like the plagiarism that we talk about, is like, you pretend that I have not taken any content from that particular source. Similar way, if you have generated something from a AI tool, better to give declaration and better to cite it. um, a dedicated video recently I made, that will be available in the January, in my YouTube channel, how to cite it. Like, APA, Chicago, and other universities, they have already, other than India, the other universities library online, there are so many content that are available. Have already started following and citing this AI tool, because they know that students are using it. So better to cite it, acknowledge it, and also you can declare it in the declaration section. So authorship declaration, author contribution, funding, if you have got certain funding, data availability statement, whether primary data has been, in pharmaceuticals, I am sure that you might have primary data. So that, whether that data you want to share, then you can keep it in an open repository and give a link to that. And whenever your paper get published, you can mention your paper also, so people, those will be using those databases, they will cite those article also, if you have used those database in that paper. So in that way, you can gain your citation, and you are sharing the primary data set or the data set that you have generated for the research community. And in the declaration, conflict of interest, then ethical approval, consent to participate, consent for publication, all that you need to declare properly. So this is the declaration section that you, and then the references, whatever way that being asked, you need to, this is IEEE style kind of, in a square bracket we cite it in the text, in many, in the Springer and the Elsevier we normally doing that. And it will be listed in the references, not in the alphabetical order, but in the way in the sequence that being cited, and the sequence it has to be numbered. So these are the references. Insightful that another thing, like you want to locate, uh, recent published article. So that there also, you just with the keyword you can search, with the title you can search similar article that being published, or you want to find out journals, that also you can able to do that. So let me now take you to those tools, and we can discuss more. Or if you have any query now, I'm ready to answer, or then we can move on.
Participant, now you can ask the questions if you have any. Someone text in the chat box that how many reference should be there in for
In a
publishing a good paper.
Yeah, references, uh, it depends actually. If it is a research article, 20 to 30 within that range is fine. But again, that depend in certain, if there is word limitation, that might be a factor to reduce the references. Or in a review article, if I say, then 100 plus 150 is somewhat standard, people they say. But one, if you are not able to do that, 100 is one something, minimum you need to keep it in a reference article. The book chapter also similar way, because those are part of sort of review sort of a thing. So try to keep it above 50 to 100 in a book chapter. But in a research article, it is fine to have 20 to 30 or up to 40 references.
And sir, there's a very interesting question I have seen in the chat box from Dr. Priyanka Kashyap. He is written like, what is written in conflict of interest? I never came across a research paper which has any conflict of interest. It always not conflict of interest.
Yeah, that's true. Not always, it is not like that. Let me show you. Conflict of interest, you see, I think she has not read it properly. Here I've mentioned the author declared that they do not have conflict of interest. And that is what I think she is trying to say, that there should not be any conflict of interest. But there is mandatory declaration nowadays from the journal, that you need to mention whether you have or not. So if it is not applicable, I can just, somebody can put not applicable also, or no conflict of interest also, or here we have just put a line. And it is not like that, if there is something conflict of interest, you are just hiding it, then there will be problem. uh, on that also, I've recently talked in one of such seminar, like, conflict of interest normally arises if, let's say, there are people from, two organization, they are involved, and there is some financial conflict is there, like a particular study, and somebody has sponsored something, somebody, the authorship position is something different. So there is some certain conflict, and because of the weightage of the fund, or let's say because weightage of the work, so those things to be mentioned clearly. Because later on, if the article get published, and some any of the author, or any of the, party, let's say the affiliated body, or the sponsoring body, or the organization now come to play, and they write to the journal stating that the first author is not from my institute, and the funding has been done from this institute, and the contribution has been made by this. So then the conflict is something, dangerous, and that time they will look into your declaration, and they will say that you have not made it properly, and that is author fault, and that paper might get retracted. So you have to be clear. The best is if do not have conflict, as you pointed out. But if there is conflict, so that also need to be declared. Yeah.
Very true, sir. So can you open the chat box from your side if there are
Yeah,
something?
yeah, yeah. Let me just pause it.
Okay.
Yeah, few are there. So let me Yeah, I can take some time.
You can take the two, three questions, then we will move to the next part.
What is the ideal reference is already written. References, if best way is to have Mendeley Jotaro tools to manage the references. Uh, I made videos on that also. Those are beautiful, tools to manage n number of references, n number of style that you want to adopt to your, paper. How much weightage does a review article carries if it is prepared using AI? See, weightage AI uses, there is still confusion, no clear cut guideline from either from UGC, from the universities, because all are, keeping an watch on it, because there are few, they are in favor of it, few are against of it. But again, ethical aspect wise, if you are doing so, better to, as I said, better to give declaration and cite those wherever you have used it. You can do footnote citation also. And many are writing, because I come across article completely written by AI, but they try to bypass those with the bypass AI tool. And that's where they like to convey that being not written, actually those are written, even though you are bypassing it, but still mention those things, mention the tools, because I will share in the second half, like the ethical aspect of it. Like European guideline has come into place, they have clearly mentioned to acknowledge the tools whatever is being used. Are these AI tools are free or paid? Many of the AI tool are paid. Paid in the sense you can start using freely, and once you are acquainted or you are habituated with it, because there are several AI tool that may not be, feasible, or may not be applicable for you. So you can explore them by using freely. That might be some sort of I think coins or something, or something, you have to use it. And then if you feel that if it is for your work, you can move towards upgrading those two. I have, through my YouTube, I have recently collaborated with 5 to 6 AI tool, many more are in thing. If you like, once you use it, if you feel that you need some sort of, upgradation, you can approach me, I can share the coupons and the referral link for those tool. Such excellent presentation. Could you tell us the more versatile AI tool? Yeah, I will move to those tool. We'll discuss on AI tool format for reference in single click. Yeah, AI tool. Why to go for AI tool for formatting references? As I said, Jotaro, Mendeley, even they have also adopted AI technology to it, so you can use those, because freely you can able to do that with Jotaro and Mendeley. uh, the space only limitation is there, but I'm sure you do not need those sort of space. So I think freely you can, if a journal is written, we can submit either by traditional method or by APC. So what does that mean exactly? Yeah, subscription, and there is two things, if a journal article, let me, so I'll show you. If it is written open access, that means you have to pay APC charge. That all the paper that will get published in that journal will be made available freely to all, to the author, to the reader. If a journal has mentioned subscription, that means or hybrid, nowadays they are putting the word hybrid, that means there is two option. One is subscription way, you can go, where you have to pay the, you do not need to pay, you will get a complimentary article once it get published, the author will get, but your article won't be available in the open access platform. Like if somebody like to download it, they need to pay and download. But if you choose the other path, like the open access through the hybrid mode, there is possibility, if you are able to pay the APC article processing charge, then it will be made available. If I scan the unpublished article through private Turnitin software, many private agencies does not retain the data. Many times people's person software will, yeah, that is one thing that you need to avoid, because we're not sure from where you are checking it, Turnitin, and that they might store it in their repository. if any of the content gets stored in the repository, next time the higher percentage of similarity will come. And the person that he or using this should be aware of those things. The settings is important, so normally try to avoid. Through my support for research, we are doing certain services. You can approach us, not drill bit, turn it in. So, okay, sir, are this tool free or paid? As I said, you can start freely, and later on, for unlimited usage you need to pay.
Can we move on to the next part of your session? We can take some
Yeah,
questions
yeah,
and
yeah.
because the demonstration of tools is very, very important for all of us.
Yeah, true. Many question. I'm sure when will discuss more on this, it might get clear. So just stay connected. Just a minute, because here there is a power cut. I need to open a window. Just a minute.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, let's start with few tools that we talked about. First one is consensus. This is you can simply you can say alternative of Google. If we're talking about research article evidence based search, so here let me take something. What role does play have in the child society development? Let's say you wanted to do sort of research or something, and you are trying to find out some idea based on your query, like um, here the question that I've selected: what role does play have in child society development? So just I put a question, and now whatever answer I got, you see references has been made. So all these references are below here, you see in the result. But here what it is giving you is the summary of all that. So on different section, like the key role of the play in the societal development, like social emotional skill, sorry, building relations, then cognitive language development, addressing social emotional challenges. So this is how it is giving us the content. And if you remember in the chat GPT also, we do not find the references that get cited. The content you will get, but proper references won't come. So here you see whatever thing you are getting, it is getting cited, and these are from published article, and that is the advantage. And you see the citation already made to those. So you can take the citation material like a php whatever, bibtex, whatever you want, you can take them. You can bookmark it. If you have a account, you see here I've logged in, so you can bookmark it, so it will be there in the bookmark section. Whenever you come back, you can read those articles. And here literature, if it is a literature review article, so you see it is giving you a clear cut idea literature review, and the key component or key finding of it. So in that way it can be done. Let me show you another thing of it, like um yeah, let's take this sort of a question where can I've started with the query with the can. Now this consensus meter is also active. Here we're talking about this bilingualism improve cognitive abilities in children. So I'm not sure, I'm just doing I'm just starting my research, and I need concrete evidence whether to start in that direction. So this consensus meter is helping me to understand, yes, there is some relation between this and this cognitive abilities in children, and it is giving you answer with 100%. So all this evidence, uh, the execution function, working memory, brain development, on this aspect you have your text ready, and all these references are below that. And even meta analysis also, it is giving you sort of indication. And if I click on this, it will take you to this meta analysis part also, wherever it is available. And if this journal is a good journal or a index journal, so it is talking about the very rigorous journal, that is also it is coming. Where if there is non-RCT trial is there, that is also it is highlighting it. So all the evidences whatever you got, whatever it is giving you, it is suggesting, or it is you know whatever content that being generated against that, it is suggesting us the thing. And here you take this thing, the link that I have checked on. And moreover, on the related, let's say you have started and now you want to deviate from that, so related article also you can able to do that. If you click on load more paper will come. And all this paper you can take citation, you want to share also, there is a possibility that you can share with this, like share on X, copy page link, and you can share with somebody else. And moreover, there is a new edition, yes, this one, you can download .csv, .ris, all this, um, um, like the references of all this content, you can, if you want to take it to Jotro Mendeley, you can download .ris. And if you want the content, the summary of it, you can download the .csv. So that is one. Next, let's move to SCI space I talked about. So this is type, this is with typeset.io. Later on, it will be with SCI space. So you see, there are several component recently being added. Other than this literature review, now you have chat with PDF, you have AI writer, find topic, paraphraser is there, citation generator is there, extract data is there, AI detection is there, PDF to video can be done. So several things they are adding to this platform, and this I'm being using from last 2 years. And I feel, behind that, the Indian brands are there, so you can try this with freely. And if you feel okay, then you can upgrade it, you can reach to me for the code and other thing. So here, let's say you just wanted to do a search. Let's say my research is on EC signal classification using machine learning, so I just put a search over here. And you see it will summarize the content from top 5 paper. Here I can move to top 10 paper also. I'll show you, it will come. Yes, now it is generated from top 5 paper. And you see this top 10 paper is there, you know and what we got is the insights, summarize, abstract, method used. If I slide more, I've got a literature review. If I slide more, limitation of those paper. Then if I slide contribution, practical implication, now I get research gap, problem statement, challenges, future research finding, so many things, data set. So you can create new column to it also if you like to add something like a particular need. So you can try it out whether that it can able to get data for that particular column or not. You can try it out. So you can add more column, and I can download them. Even if I go down and I click on load more paper will be added. Just to show you, with less paper I can able to download quickly, because only 10 papers are there. Let me see if I can able to download this and I can show you. Yeah, meanwhile we'll see, this will be get downloaded. And here there is this thing, chat PDF. You see, if I like to chat with this, I can do that. And if I just click on the PDF, so now I'll get all the
जाधव सर वरती
article that are available in the open access platform.
मी कशाला
So
लागते आता
eh,
Yes, please continue. I have muted all.
okay. Mine is okay, I guess.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir. You can please
Okay.
continue.
So now this particular article is having the PDF, so I can chat with this PDF, or else I can upload PDFs to my library, and I can do I can select from those article. Let's say I have uploaded this paper, so I click on this. So you can save, once you upgraded it, you can save your article over here, and when you I just click on that PDF, this will open in one window, and now in the side you have this co-pilot. I can chat with this. 13 questions are already there. I just click, let's say click on find related paper something. I just give a command like find related paper for this article, so it will search a related paper and it will give in this co-pilot. You see, now I got this many related paper. And if, let's say, I do not understand this equation or the tables, let's say these equations are not I'm not able to understand it, so what I can do is I select, let me show you, again. Yeah, let me you have to select on the explain math and table, click on this. Yeah, that file has been generated. I'll show you that one also. Just select that portion wherever the equation is there. Automatically it will be taken to this co-pilot, and now what it will do is, in a layman language, it will try to make you understand what are the variable that being used. You see, in a layman way, so easily you can able to decode it. If I'm just telling that if somebody gets stuck while reading a paper, so this will help you to understand and move faster or to cover more paper. One way is to do that. You find out with a literature search, you got 20-50 paper out of there. You do a data extraction like we did, like that in the literature review. Then for a particular paper, like for the base paper, you want to understand each and every bit, so you can chat with this chat PDF. In this AI writer they have recently introduced, so here also somebody can start writing. I'm not going there, that you all know. And paraphraser is there. So here I've just put some content to show you. So this content I wanted to paraphrase it, so this is how it has been done. Paraphraser, so length variation, all that can be done. And AI detector is also there. Somebody AI written text and wanted to see how much AI score is there, so that you can also do. So why I'm saying that is, in one tool you have number of feature. Earlier there are several tool with single feature, based like AI writer, somebody with literature review. So there are few tools with number of feature. Similarly, this is again paper pal.
So one
Let me
question in
show you.
between. Sir, one question.
Yeah.
Actually, in site spacer, the PDF manuscript, it is open access or it is from the non-open access also? The kind of
No, no,
manuscript
only open access article will be
available, right?
shown under this PDF if you
Okay, okay, okay.
select that PDF.
Okay, okay. Very
And
powerful tool,
let's
sir.
say you have downloaded through other sources, and you can upload them in the SCI space, and you can do whatever you wanted to do.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Here, let me show you. This is PaperPal. Recently, I made a video on this Paper Plus. Actually, I wanted to explore this. They contacted me. This is here. I found some interesting. Like, let's say I'm just writing an article, and assistive way. I'm and I can cite them. Language correction.
Excuse me, sir. I am disturbing. I have
Yeah.
one question. In science space, we
Yes.
can create our own account as like in ResearchGate to
Yes.
upload the articles and our to
Yes.
update our profile there.
Yeah. 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 Very easy,
Okay,
not like researchgate. Here you can sign up with your Google account or Gmail account very easily. You can do that.
okay, 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 okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that I forgot to show you that result that we downloaded from SCI space for those 10 article. So this is how you'll get. So somebody is doing some sort of, let's say, presentation. So easily you are able to decode 10 paper. Similarly, 20 up to 50, I think up to 100 paper result you can able to get. Why I selected 10 is that I can able to show you this downloaded file quickly. So this is one thing. And we're on paperpal. So here you can able to do this language correction, which I feel a good feature, because many of the article get rejected on this language, or you get comment, a generic comment that you need to improve your language consistency in language, both it will check. So you can make changes to that. Okay, so I'm just saying that you upload, you are doing it for your own written article also, that you can do, not by just creating with AI your own. You can check it over here. Then you want to rewrite section, you want to paraphrase it, trim it, those feature are there. This is the right section. If you want to generate more, keep writing all that. Research site, you can, you have written something and the article of that paper, so you can search with the title or DOI, and you can get this paper, and you can cite over in this platform. And finally you can download the word also, you see, PDF and the word. So that is a good feature. And translate is there, few templates are there. When we're talking about, you know um, uh, let's say for a research article, you need to have an outline, so those template are there. And this check, plagiarism check also you can able to perform. Robust plagiarism checker is there. I cannot name it because of the policy, but the the software that you all prefer to use, so that is associated over here. And you can check this one, the journal check. This is a beautiful feature where you can upload a document and you can check. Let me upload a document quickly. Mm, yeah, let me upload something. So what it is doing is, it will evaluate across, you see, this many things. This is what I like about this platform. The language, the summary, grammar, style, readability, all across all, it will give tick mark if it is okay. Now it is started, you see, it is preparing that article and it is moving. Yeah, you see it is missing. So just I uploaded a draft where author is missing, so it is missing it clearly stated. So article, whatever component, when I just started my presentation, I showed you that the article have normally need to have this many component, but along with that sub component has to be there, right? So this, all this component, it is checking. Disclosure is missing, conflict of statement is missing, because this statement are now, it is mandatory, you have to mention even though there is no conflict of interest. Ethical statement is missing because I have just uploaded a rough where it is only some paragraph. So you understand what I'm trying to say. It is just checking. So what is present, it will give tick. So like no figure table, this is okay, this is okay. So like that it will, and then you can able to download this file. Once this whole process is complete, it will take some time. Then you can able to download this edited file where language edited option suggested with the track change. You can able to do that. You can watch that video that is recently available in my YouTube channel. You can do that. So I'm moving to other platform now. Other than this, you can have this format check, that formatting, like you might need to pay extra for that. You have to do that, but not required. You can do by yourself. AI review is there. This journal check and plagiarism is yeah, that are mostly relevant. And next, let's move to consensus. Then Dimension AI, one of my favorite free tool. Dimension AI, I think many of you are using that also, Dimension AI, to do literature search and bibliometric, analysis, meta analysis, many things you can do. If you do not have access to Scoopers, This is what I say, a alternative platform to do that, because to write a paper you need to have certain platform to explore. So you see here, when we come and we just search, let's me search with a university name. I search with the university name Sikkim Manipal University. So now I get 4,945. If you can see what I'm selecting here, this many document. Okay, and I'm not going to this analytical view now. Just focus on this part. This part. Which part? This part. Focus on this part. So here you can select the publication here. Let's say you are trying to do a meta analysis or for your ranking or something, or you are writing a research article. So you something, on the university perspective, you can do that. If you are not doing that, you can search something on the generic topic also. Let me search, then I will move to this. You will get confused. ECG signal analysis with a simple three keyword. I just put a search ECG signal analysis. Now I got 4 lakh something, 4 lakh 43,000 document. Now let me select last 5 year or something, some data. Okay, this is my requirement. And then research category, I will select all. I will show you what it is. Publication type, only I will select article. This is what I'm doing in the meta analysis, or in the bibliometric analysis. After initialization, or your uh, database identification. Next you move to screening, like you are filtering. So I'm doing the filtering work now. Sources, I will select, let me select all. Journal title here, let me select only UGC Care Group 2. You all know about UGC Care Group 2, that includes Scopus and Web of Science, your um, SSCI, ASCI, and SCIE. ESCI is not considered as of now, maybe in future. So I select this one. Somebody like to select PubMed. If for you people it is relevant, let me select PubMed also. And OpenSS, I can select here all OpenSS gold, green, like that. I'm not selecting any OpenSS. If I select only OpenSS, article will be considered. So if I click on limit to, now I'm limiting to this filter. So you see what are the filter I've applied. UGC care, you see this is the filter. UGC care list 2, and PubMed is being added. And year has been added or not? Yeah, not added. So let me add this one, because there is, let me add this one. So now you see at the top, this many filter we have added. And out of 4 lakh something, now we got 76 document, 800 something. So on this I wanted to do my analysis. I can download this. Just here also I have already logged in, and you can create a simple account. Like somebody asked me here, whatever platform I'm showing you, don't worry about creating account with your Gmail, with your the Google ID. You can easily create an account. And once you create an account, you can have the option to save, export, download all this section. So you see, now I just wanted to save this search. I can save it as favorite. So this is the favorite tab. So earlier whatever I've made, you see it is available over here in the favorite. If I want to download it, export result, click on export result. For bibliometric mapping, you can select the second option. Here at max 25 item will be downloaded. So our is more than that. So obviously my search ECG signal analysis is also very broad. It has to be specific. So ultimately below that document only will be coming or to be considered. So if you click on export, so in the export section, you see, if you go to your profile export section, here it will be made available. It is in process. After some time you can able to download that CSV file, like we did it in the size space. So you see here, so now whatever will come, that will come, that you do analysis with our bibliosiny or view as viewer, that is another part for your research paper writing. But you want to analyze in this platform, by staying in this platform, that is also possible. Click on analytical view. So now with the EC signal analysis, with all this filter, we are doing the analysis. So first thing I wanted to do is field of research by changing it to sustainable development goal. You see, in the first research category classification, I have changed to sustainable development goal, and I click on bar chart. Now what I get is how many paper that are linked with SDGs, and this is one of my intention, or one of my objective to keep in my research paper, that the number of paper that I'm doing, this many paper are related with SDGs. So I can download it. I can download the PNG. If you click on PNG, it will, yeah, you see, this you can use it in your paper already. Source, the cited, it will come like criteria. Also, you see EC signal, you see EC signal analysis, publication here, all that mentioned, and this many with the this many article is being linked with the SDGs. So that you can use if there is something relevant. And many of the time you do try to find out this publication trend. So here I have selected for 5 year. If you have not selected anything, so it might have come from more earlier year, so you'll get a trending curve. So you can download this one also the similar way, and you can change it to citation, academic impact, citation wise also. You see all this analysis, and the result you can take directly from uh, Dimension AI. And in the researcher section, if I click on network, you see the co-author network, it will do analysis. I will show you. uh, Let me select one author, and let me go to this author. Yeah, now we'll get this co-author of this, Acharya Rajendra. So because he has published article in this EC signal related, or in the biomedical signal, so his co-author network you can able to get. Similarly, you can get for your own co-author also. Let me show you. So once you can source list. This is also relevant, I guess, if you have gone through any review article or bibliometric paper. Nowadays in a review article, most of the people, they are using Prisma 2020 guideline, where they will follow certain this flow chart and this result to be used. So I'm sure you know about it. So for individual search, let's say now we have done it for a keyword, for a particular research. Now I want to do certain analysis on a, let's say a university, like I showed you, Sikkim Manipal University. So that also is possible. So you see, no, you have to put the correct name. Sikkim Mani. And you see this many. Now I wanted to see the researcher, and they are like, I will select my name here, and now I want to analyze my thing, like my research output. So this is the research metrics, or this research output of the individual of the university. Everything you can analyze here. Also I can do the network based co-author analysis. You can see now this is my co-author analysis. I can take the image and I can download it also. So this is how you can do it. So this is Dimension AI. If you like to see Scoopers, I can show you, but if yeah, let's move to Scoopers. There I will show you how to do. I'll show before Scoopers. Let me show you the free platform. We are just moving a little bit this and that, or insightful. Let me show you insightful, because we have time. So let me show you few AI tool. Then I'll come back again to this, this, what I can say, literature plus metadata sort of analysis platform. So here this is insightful. You do not need to create any account over here. As I said, here you can search with the title or search with something like your keyword also. Like here I select EC signal analysis, something, with a keyword search also I can do. But to proceed further, you need to select a base paper. So many of the time when we start research, we do have a base paper. On that base paper, you try to expand, or you try to gather related paper. So let's say the first one is my base paper, so I'll select this one. So now you see I've selected a paper. Now the relation of that selected paper, you will get the relation. Here is that base paper, I guess. uh, yeah, somewhere it will be there, and it is connected. How across it is connected, you get that one. And now you get the similar paper to that paper. So what you are getting here, you can save it. Save option, you see, you can able to download bibtex, ris, mendeley, jotro format able you can able to download. So these are similar paper. Then most important paper you are getting, you can download this also. You can save option is there. And here also you have save option. Recent paper published by top 100 author, that also you are getting on that particular keyword, that paper that you have searched or in that area. Then top author on this area, upcoming author. Then this is interesting, top journal, similar journal. So now you got literature review part, you know and you are getting the journal information also. Like you have prepared your paper, that paper is ready. Now you are able to see similar paper or similar kind of paper where it get published. So this is important information where you can able to view, you can change this page number and able to view what are the journals people have published. And then you can cross check whether the journal is indexed in Scopus, Web of Science, PubMed, whatever indexing that is applicable for your institute. So you can check that one. But at least you are able to locate the journals where people are publishing. Because I'm talking in perspective of first or second time you are trying to publish a paper, or you are trying to locate a journal and you are not sure. So it is acting like a journal finder or a journal selector. Indirectly it is acting in that sense. So you can do that, you can have a try over here. Another thing that I told you is like linking the literature. So ECG signal, let me select a paper which is a old one. Let me select 200, this paper. And so I'm doing is I have a two base paper from 2000, and I have another paper from, let's say, I have a paper from, let's say, 2020 something. I'm not sure, we'll find a link because um yeah, we got a link. You see what we got here is this is the 2000 paper, that paper by author Lu. And now this many paper are linked to that in between. And how it are connected, these are connected through this, and then these are connected to this, and this is the latest paper. So all this connection you are able to get. The idea is to you have a connection, you have to base paper on that same theme or area, and you are trying to locate the paper that are connected among themselves, and you got them. Here are this paper, you get all those information. You can save them to bibtex, ris, mendeley, jotaro, and you can take them and you can initiate your search. So this is a beautiful platform. Freely you can able to use it, explore it, use it in your terms. And here there are some directly you can, I think, you can take it to mendeley, or some connection are there, so you can able to explore them also. This is insightful. There is another free tool, research rabbit. Research Rabbit. This is also one of my favorite tool, which you can use freely. Let me log in. Here you see, here also you can create account, and here you can create your new collection. Within that collection, here the collection will come. You can add paper. Let me show you. Here ECG 67 is showing. You can add paper here like this. These are the paper already added to this. You can create a new collection. Click on add paper, search with the paper title, ECG, or author name, whatever way you want to do, and you can add them. Because you are doing sort of analysis, so you might have some paper. So let's say this paper is not added, so I can add to this collection. Like this, you can add to the collection. So just I'm showing you what to be done. So once you do that, you want to read that paper. So I'm just clicking on one paper. You see, now this I got what information: the abstract, and the title, the author information that I got. And this end I got similar work. So you see, from one base paper you get similar paper, and you have an option to add all them to your library, or you can create a new collection also. If I click on similar work, I get this many paper. And you see here, you get all this author, they are interconnected, in a citation way, in the reference way. And you can rearrange it in the timeline manner. You can do that in the network manner. You can do that. Last author name you can do that. First author name also you can do that. You can take the image also. Download option is also there. That and whatever folder you have created, you see, I'm able to slide. So there was nothing, now it has filled with all this information. So about the author, if I click on this author, about that author also, now I can move. I can check their published article, I can read them. So many things you can able to do that. Now the author connection, the published article and the author, they are connected among themselves. So this many thing I can able to explore, and I can add them. Even I can take the bibtex information, export paper, I can do that. RIS, CSV, all that you can able to do that. And whatever folder you are creating, this three dot is there. You can make it to public collection. You want to duplicate it, rename it, or you want to invite something, click on invite, that also you can do that. And you can share that information also. Here you can share it with the email ID you can give, and you can share it with the other person also, with your supervisor or with your friend also. So this is how this connection can be made. And you can explore literature, save your you create your own library, and import from Jotaro collection. This is also important. You see, already signed in. So for the first time user, you need to sign in. If you click on import Jotaro connection, you have to sign in with Jotaro login. And then whatever folder is there inside Jotaro, this is what you are able to see. If I click on sync, start syncing, so all this will be synced to this research rabbit. Here it will be made available. And then if you want to add, you want to remove, all that you can able to do. So this is what the library collection or the literature collection that you wanted to perform, and then working on those things. So this is research rabbit, and this is also free. So many you have asked about whether all are free or paid. Yeah, free. Few are available still freely. Few started with freely, and now they have moved to this beta version of you need to upgrade it. But this tool are still free, like Insightful, Research Rabbit, Dimension AI, Lens, Lens.org. This is also free. Here also you can explore literature in a similar way that we have done for Dimension AI. I'm not showing you. Videos are available. I've created a bibliometric analysis playlist where you can start from all this. I've discussed about lens. OpenLX is there. OpenLX is also there, where you can also do, because you may not have access to scoopers. So these are alternative platform, and yes, you can do certain analysis with this platform also. Here you can search, let's say, ECG signal analysis. The base paper you can select, and you can start your search, and with a keyword also, let's say. With a keyword also, with EC signal analysis, I got 1 lakh something 88,000 document, and the topic, the institution that the author have affiliated, type of article that I got. I can add more column to it, like the institution, the topic. If you click on more, the domain, index by DOSA, Crossref, Orchid, PubMed, all that I can add. Like I selected index by PubMed. So out of those, 60.8 are indexed in PubMed. So all that I can do. And this data also I can able to download. There is option to download the data, and that you can take further to View Viewer or other platform to do analysis. So this is OpenLX, and this is again free. Lens, this is again free. Here you can do patent search, you can do scholarly work search, profile search, all that you can able to perform. And then you have scoopers. Let me show you scoopers. So here, let's say same, I'm using the same topic. So I've searched with EC signal analysis for the title, abstract, and keyword. I got 66,000 some result. Now I can select the year that I wanted to consider, or a range I can select here. Let's say last uh, like 10 years something, 2025 to 202 15 to 25. Let's say this many. So I got 9,000 result, and I wanted this. The first thing that did was like I just identified the document. Now what I'm doing is filtering or the screening of the document. So here, subject wise, I can screen only. I can select computer science, engineering, and let me see anything else relevant. No, so I can put a limit to this. So out of that, now it is 7,000 something. And then document type also, I can select article, so I can limit my search. So now from 11,000, now you see you have 3,000 something, because I wanted to perform my bibliometric analysis, meta analysis for this article only. And journal type only, I will select journal, not book chapter, not conference, and the language only English. So this is what is my final document. And I can download them by selecting all, export CSV for all this data I can select, and I can export. So in a Excel, I'll get information about all this. So this is the metadata that you will get, and that further can be analyzed. And if I wanted to analyze in this platform, there is option analyze result. By clicking on that, I get some information on this publication trend, then the document per year by source, document by the author, document by affiliation, and then you get document by type, because I've already selected those, and then document by subject area. So this I might be using them in a review paper. So then the funding sponsor, somewhere it might be applicable or relevant. So wherever, whatever is applicable, you need to understand that all these matrices or all this visualization plot may not be applicable for your result, for your study. So whatever is applicable, whatever is relevant, that to be selected, and that to be used in the uh, in your research or in your review article. So this is how, in a Scoopus it can be done, and we can get citation overview, other information also from Scoopus. So, and refine whatever filter we have selected. This I can also download a refine count. So as it is, there is a subscription to it. Student normally they prefer Scoopus data usage, or they being asked to do that, so they do not have access. So I have recently started that services, and we're doing that through my organization. So you can approach me if you feel like using them, and if Lens OpenLX is that is not enough, I always say that there are alternative platform, as I showed you, Dimension AI, Lens is there, OpenLX. If still you are facing problem, then you can approach me, and we'll try to do that. So these are thing that, let me take queries, because I wanted few thing can get solved, or if I missed out something, then I can come back again. So let me take.
Yes, sir. The session is very insightful. I have seen that people are really saying that very insightful session, amazing, overwhelming, because from this session, lots of us will get many idea about the tools and how to use it and all. So quickly, we'll take some questions from the audience. Please, you can unmute and you can ask. If audience want to ask some question, you
Yeah,
can please
few
unmute
I can see in the
chat box.
chat box also. Let me start with that, and meanwhile they can also join,
Yes.
so that we can have a informative and a sort of discussion also we can add to this.
Before that, sir, can you share once your YouTube channel? Because I must say
Yeah,
that,
I will keep the in the text box.
yes, yes, yes.
uh, let
So, dear participant, I have forgotten to mention that sir is having more than 25,000 subscribers in his YouTube channel, and sir is giving very useful content. And if you subscribe his channel and found the video is very interesting, and I am following him for since few months, and I have learned a lot because all the tools what sir has shared, the clips video with step by step how to use it. Sir is very explained very nicely. You can go to the YouTube channel and definitely you will learn a lot. Sir has already shared the YouTube channel, the chat box. You can just go and subscribe. Definitely, it is very helpful for us. Okay, sir. Now the session is open for question and answer.
Yeah. Mm, if you have requested for the recorded video, something please. I think my your is muted.
Okay. Sir, we are going to provide the recordings of all the sessions at the end. So by 7th of December or 8th of December, everybody will receive in your email ID all the recordings.
Uh, f- yeah, I get a question here like, is editpaperpal.com a free service software? I think you can start freely, and if you feel comfortable, as I'm saying that there are numerous tools available nowadays, but few I have shared which many are using, and that has something meaningful. So you can try. Many have approached me. I forgot to mention, many of the tools they have approached me for collaboration, but I've selected few tools because I do not want tools that to show to the audience that are not useful just for money. I do not want to make videos also. So the tools which people are using, and really some value addition to it, you can try it out. Always I'm saying try it out, and then if you feel comfortable, and if that is for your problem solving, you can upgrade it. And then only one tool, if you like to suggest a tool that have all the tools, SCI space Paperpal I found as of now something unique, having number of modules to that, so you can think about it. but there is some differences. In the PaperPal you have this checking, a document checking, and the plagiarism checker is also there. So you can think about it. Somebody has asked me to share the YouTube link again. um, Other than Mendeley citation tool, this tool that we talked about, if you are talking about AI citation tool, side by side writing PaperPal also can be done. Jenny is there. This Kineas is there that we talked about. So all this, these are the AI tool. But I wanted you for dedicated, reference management tool, Mendeley and Jotero. Jotero is one of the alternative tool if you are looking for this thing. Javref is also there, but I've not made any videos about it. Javref, Jenny, this Jotero and Mendeley, you can think about it. Other few EndNote is also there, but I think that is paid. You have to pay some amount. Download full Scopus article, that is that you need to have access. That is, we can't do much. There are few platform, I can't name them, you all know. There also you can have indirect way, you can able to access and you can download them, but there is again some limitation up to a certain year those documents are available. Somebody has said how to select appropriate journal and also overcome journal rejection. That is a good question. Yeah, I've made, you please visit my YouTube channel. I made videos on journal selector and decoding of journal homepage, and about overcoming of journal rejection, the the reason for journal rejection and how to overcome them. I've made a playlist on that, and videos are there. And journal selector, 18 journal selector I have discussed in one video. So for dedicated publisher, you can have a dedicated journal suggester. There are journal suggester that are applicable for all the publisher. So please watch them. If we use AI tool, will it reflect in plagiarism? AI detection, yeah. Many of this plagiarism checker now they are coming with the AI detector tool also, so it will be reflected there. But Turnitin recently they have updated their setting, and they uh, up to 20 they are not showing. Above 20% AI detection they are showing in their result. So that's what I said. Not to worry if you are doing so. Please cite it, but it should not be like 100%. AI written. That some contribution from should be from your side. So you have to have a balance on everything. Which AI tool can be used for similarity check and plagiarism check? PaperPal. See, this AI tool is different, and the plagiarism checker are different. So this AI tool, they are collaborating with this plagiarism checker to check the plagiarisms or similarity. So PaperPal, they have their thing, and similarly other also will be there. I think I have to check it out, but um, or independently if you like to have, then you can have Drillbit. Personal license you can have, but for Turnitin you have to have through institution. So, link. Sir, any tool to humanize the AI by free? Free, I'm not sure, but bypass AIs are there. HIX.ai is there. Those normally they bypass AI. I've not, um, I've not gone through it properly, because again, there are something like when you try to bypass thing, what get tourniqueted, or that get what I can say is twisted. So that normally create problem in the. So you have to be careful when you are writing with AI and trying to bypass with AI or AI bypasser. So during paraphraser or paraphrasing, few words get twisted. Technical word, if it get twisted, so it will again fall under ethical issues. And there are many platform where these are being reported, and ethical thing is also going on. So those are thing. So ethical aspect, because of this AI tool, I could not focus more on that. I was thinking about it, I forgot something. So that was the thing. If many have left, I think, or else I can cover a bit on that. I'm not sure how many are present, but
Now
this
221, sir. There are 221 participants still there in the.
still there, right? So
Yes.
let me just show you few thing on ethical aspect, because this is not easy to cover all this tool in one. um, I'll show you this guideline which will help you to understand. This is recently European Commission has come up with this guideline, responsible use of generative AI, and they have specifically talked about why they have come up with this guideline, because there are several guidelines, several things available, but no clear cut thing. And what exactly you people are also talking about, complex landscape. So here they have completely stated that whatever something wrong is happening, so that is, a researcher has to be accountable for the integrity of the content, and that being generated by any AI tool. You can't say that that AI tool is responsible. So you have to take the credit, like even though you have generated some text data, and you have to be cautious when you are dealing with certain IPR related, or some privacy or something, some information that not to be shared, because AI can infuse to those detail as well. So you have to be careful what you are doing, and what you are writing, and where you are publishing it. So privacy, confidentiality, IPR, all these are sensitive things, that where if something comes up, then you have to be responsible. So that's why this all talked about so many things, but ultimately, if I just I take the crux of it, so the author has to be responsible for it. So they are saying, avoiding the use of generative AI tool eliminate the potential risks of unfair treatment assessment that may arise from this AI tool limitation. So they are saying it because there is certain usage, but if somebody asks, so how to do that, how to avoid that, better not to use it if you do not know how to use it. So this is about they are saying about the usage. And I will show you a platform. um, I'll show you. This is developed by one of the institute, and this is problematic paper screener. Why I'm showing you is, you see, if I click on all problematic paper, one thing, as a student or a researcher, you need to be careful when people are talking about bypassing AI. The mistake that normally comes when they write with AI, up to that somewhat fine, somewhat fine, not all fine, but when they try to bypass it, what it happens, you see, whatever is being reported, just ignore the name here. What they have suspected is tortured word, 146 word, this red you see from this publication. We do not have the author name, that is right, fine. So in this publication, this many word has been found tortured. So like PC vision, you can say simple to computerized converted. So these are terms that get twisted due to use of this AI, or might be some a tool, some bot, to remove plagiarism, to remove similarity. And this get reported over here. And what next happen is that review will be held on this. The author might get notification from the journal, because the journal get notification from this platform. And they will then ask seek information, the reason for doing that. So you have to explain, but 146 word, I'm sure the author can't able to explain properly, and that paper might get retracted. And retraction, as you know, is something, very bad impression of in academics. So you see, if I come down, how many pages, just look into the pages. So this many already get reported. And another thing you need to understand is, you are thinking you have published, you see it has published in 2022, few might be in published in 2023 or 2024, that will get detected, let's say, after 2 years. So you are thinking you have taken a credit, you have published, you got your thesis, your degree, but now once you are working somewhere, it will come back, it will hit you hard, and that's where it is painful. So you need to know, you better to give declaration better, so that once you have declared, at least you have declared somewhere. So if it is hallucinated or torture, so that blame will go to that side, some blame will go to that side. But if you have not done anything, so ultimate blame will come to the author. So that's where I've talked about citing it, declaring it. When we talked about in the first part of it, I mentioned about in the declaration, all that. So this is what in one of the my presentation also, I normally talked about it, just to show you this slide. What normally people do, student they do, because I have seen so many cases. Let's say chat gpt is being there, AI is 100%, now and similarity is something 7%. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Is audible, sir?
Yeah. So similarity is something, 7%, and you are using some tool to rewrite, to paraphrase it, and to make it to zero. Now you see what you have done is you have changed this 100 to 0%, because similarity is already 7%, the plagiarism. Now you are thinking okay to go, you have submitted, but after some time it will back, as I shown you, that problematic paper screener, peer pub is also there. So that is happening at the back end, and those who are not in research, actively not in research, they were unaware of it. And every day we are seeing many cases, many retraction, many journal getting retracted from Scopus and from Web of Science. And so you have to be careful. Yeah. Now we'll take any thing, because I wanted to convey that thing, that to give proper declaration and do cite, and how to cite it now. Several university library, that information is clearly available, how you can able to cite it. Even elsewhere also clearly mention that whatever tool you have used, mention the tool name, the version of it, the reason of use of the tool, and why you have used it. So why not to declare it if you have done so? And when it will pass through the initial screening, at least the reviewer there, they know that the person have used it in this section. Oh, okay, you can go ahead. So you can also claim that later on you have declared it at the submission, and the reviewer, the journal, they have they have given the green flags, so you'll be at a safer side.
So thank you. It's really very informative, because if you are going to publish some paper without giving the that name of the tools, as it is get
Yeah.
published, and maybe it will be retracted. It is a black spot for the authors. Okay. Anyway, I am going to now ask to unmute the participant. If anybody want to ask direct question, by unmute yourself, please you can ask.
Somebody has mentioned any AI tool for a high quality image creator. I've shown you Draw IO. You can do that. Yeah.
Sir, very nice presentation, sir. This is Dr. Abhijit Kulkarni. I just wanted to ask you that regarding ethical issues, other
Yeah.
than European guideline, is there any, as you have said, that UGC is trying to frame, but
Yeah.
till what time do you expect that? Because now in PG students, scholars, PhD scholars, they are using these all AI-based tools routinely for
Yeah.
conferences and presenting their papers. And at all institutes, we don't have this kind of detectors available. So how
True.
you can identify these projects? They are been framed and written by AI-based tools.
Now that's where we need to sort of give awareness to them that if you are doing so, please declare it in the footnote of it or at the end of it, wherever, that I've used this tool for this particular section. Let's say you have 5 section. In the literature section, paragraph this, I have used this tool to generate or to paraphrase or to get brainstorm, whatever intention. So at least what we can do is we can train them in way of citing those things. If we say to hide it, because we do not have regulation, and UGC also not saying that like up to 10%, like for similarity we are talking about. Here there is nothing such. So Turnitin recently have made something asterisk mark up to 20%. So we cannot say that 20% is allowable, but still, people are using it and bypassing it. So as of now, my suggestion will be to not to hide it, but to declare it, and it should be in a balanced way, not 100%. If somebody is doing so, like we do give quotation. So when we do give quotation, like in a law, they might be 95% up to that can be same thing, but not for all cases. So cases to cases it varies. Similarly here, if we see the percentage of quotation, it should not be more than 10 or 15% of the whole text. So similar way, if somebody is using, so the 10% is for similarity. So in that range up to, let's say, 10, 15 or 20, so can be done, but declare it.
69, 60, 61, 62.
सर
Yeah.
एक्चुअली क्या है कि पकड़ा गया वो चोर हो जाता है. The most of the
Yeah.
people faculties are using it, but still such kind of examples will be kind of a borderline from such kind of paraphrasers or such kind of tool users. Thank you.
नहीं,
Thank you
अभी
for.
nowadays what, even in our paper also, we have tried giving declaration, like we have used AI tool for language correction. And grammar, chat GPT was used. So we have given declaration and 2 articles that get published, and it is declaration is also available in the Springer. So hiding it might be a problem, and
Yes.
in our society, that is what, nobody like to say that I have done it, because there is no clear cut guideline. So we can't do anything, but still, whomever we know, we try to say that, don't hide it, declare it, and use it in a balanced way, not like completely dependent on the tool. Many are telling in that sense that you can't completely rely on the tool, you can use it, but in a balanced way.
Sir,
हद
one
से
more
ज्यादा नहीं.
thing I want to
Yeah.
ask. In case of our fraternity, that there is performance pressure, API is there. Everybody wants to publish a paper monthly, which
Yeah.
is not that practical.
Yeah, true.
Actually doing a research, practically doing experiments, and then writing a conclusions. People usually use shortcuts,
Yeah.
and most of the reviews are being published monthly, and they are using such tools, sir. And most of them are not disclosing it, they are usually hiding it. So
True.
this is the situation going on.
No, that's true, that we have seen, and even PG, UGs, everybody is using it. Even I, when I started this channel, every day I received many messages from student, from PhD student. Can't say from which university, but they saying, sir, अभी thesis लिख लिया है, AI को कैसे remove करना है, आप कर सकते हो क्या? सो क्योंकि यूनिवर्सिटी पे कोई कुछ नहीं बोल रहा है, अगर क्लियर कट नहीं है, क्या हम अपने थेसिस पे इतना % यूज कर सकते हैं क्या? सो यूनिवर्सिटी हैज टू टेक ए कॉल, लाइक इवन दो यूजीसी का नहीं है, बट यूनिवर्सिटी का ओन रेगुलेशन होना चाहिए उस पे.
Yes.
तो वहां पे
Yes.
स्ट्रीमलाइन किया जा सकता है एटलीस्ट, कि चलो अगर कर रहे हो तो साइट करो और इतना % से ज्यादा मत करो, उस टाइप
Yes.
का किया जा सकता है.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Nobody want to ask
Somebody has
anything?
asked me about software. Draw.io you can use. You can try Draw.io for diagrams. There are other tools. I find Draw.io useful, free. I made a video on Draw.io for high quality resolution. कैसे आपको डाउनलोड कर सकते हो 600 DPI से ज़्यादा रख के फ्लो डायग्राम, ब्लॉक डायग्राम, ग्राफिकल प्रेजेंटेशन, इलस्ट्रेशन, सब कुछ वहाँ पे टेम्पलेट वगैरह भी है.
Uh, may I speak? The
Yes,
organizers?
yes, yes, please.
Sir, yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Dr. Akash, thank you. The session was really awesome and mind-blowing. Now my end is from the journal's end. Now, let us say we are using some AI tools and declaring that I've used it. From the especially the paraphrasing tools. What we identify is when we are handling with the PG students and the works, paraphrasing tools are giving it, but the meaning is completely changing.
Yeah, true.
So from the journal's end,
Yeah.
how do they screen such things?
Yeah, that's why I shown you that problematic paper screener. Not only meaning, word getting twisted. So if that
Yes.
happens, then ethically it will be a problem. Many problem when I show you that problematic paper screener, many thing got cached from the conference and from the book chapter, because there the reviewer
Ah,
are not stringent and they bypass it. But from the journal
ah.
perspective, you might get dex rejection if they have gone through proper screening. So
That requires, sorry to interrupt, that requires a manual human intervention, right? Or will the AI also detect such kind of mistakes? Because AI
mistake.
itself is generally generating the mistake while paraphrasing.
Yeah, they are doing it. If you just use a prompt like academically or other way, so it will do. But we can't rely on those things. So normally we say that do proofread. आप पढ़ो उसको
Hmm.
सही से. Whenever it get paraphrase, because meaning अगर twist हो गया कि word twist हो गया, then it is a problem. So दोनों को
Hmm.
intact रखना है. एक तो meaning intact रखना है, और जो technical words है that should not be twisted. So that you have
So
to take.
subject expert is required. You
Yeah,
can't rely
required
totally on this
interview.
tools.
For thesis, normally thesis and journal you can do that, but for conference, if you are publishing it and you are doing it, but ultimately after 2 year 3 year you will get a retraction. So there is no use. Even the
Okay.
author and the institute also will get a blame. So that is
Mm-hmm.
happening actually, and mainly happening with the BTech मतलब undergraduate student के साथ, because they are unaware of it. Nobody is saying you have to publish a paper, so they are published in a conference, but after certain time review उस पे फिर बैठ
It
जाए.
gets removed. Acha.
Yeah,
Sir, it will be great if we can have a hands-on on any one of the tools in detail. Common topic like, you're telling you have your YouTube videos, right?
वीडियो पे मैंने बहुत कुछ बताया है, एंड अलग अलग है सब. डिफरेंट डिफरेंट
Ah,
वीडियोस आर देयर. सो एथिकल गाइडलाइन एंड टूल्स के बारे में मैंने बहुत कुछ कवर किया है, आप देख सकते
acha, that will do. Fine, sir.
हैं.
Thank you
और
so
which
much.
can
And I
have
thank the
this
organizers
sort
for
of,
the session.
yeah, this sort of workshop I'm doing for the university. So जहाँ पे जिस टाइप का रिक्वायरमेंट है, क्योंकि we can't cover all this thing in one thing. So
Yes,
here
yes.
I supposed to talk about the tools writing way, but there is again this ethical aspect also. So somewhere I normally talked on the plagiarism and all this AI plagiarism and other things. So
Yeah,
uh,
so very specifically, instead of a broad topic, we can have a very narrow aspect.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, organizers also.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for asking questions. So quickly, one or two question last. If anybody want to ask, please you can unmute and you can ask the question. Last one or two question I will take, because then the time is now 12. Anybody want to ask? So I think there is no more question. Okay, sir, we can wind up now. So thank you, Dr. Akash sir, for just one
Tisha,
second.
Yeah, somebody's Prerna.
Uh, Prerna ma'am, you would like to ask something? can unmute if anybody want to ask. Go ahead.
You can have my email IDs. I have mentioned in the chat box.
Okay, I think there is no more question.
Yeah, any free plagiarism checker. There are free, but the other thing is that you have to be careful because we're not sure if they keep it in a online repository. So that time it will be a problem. So that's why we try to avoid a platform where we do not know. So try to use Drillbit or Turnitin.
Okay. Okay, so we can close the session now. Thank you, sir, Dr. Akash sir, for such a profound and engaging session. Your insightful in these AI tools in the research writing and ethical practice is really invaluable because we have just justice with the theme what we have prepared for this FDP. So now we are going to proceed for the certification presentation. Just hold on a second. Okay, so Dr. Akash sir, please accept the certification uh, for appreciation from our P Savani University as a token of our gratitude and recognition of your contribution.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
welcome, sir. Welcome. So we are going to want to learn more and more things from your side. Maybe in the near future, we are going to invite you personally at our university for this kind of interactive session.
Yeah, we can do that. Normally, we can have like 2 to 5 days of training session. Offline also we can also do that. But that is what for offline I have to come and we have to find out if proper procedure.
Right.
So that we'll talk about. Thank you for being nice. So we'll discuss on it.
Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and spare your valuable time to give us this knowledge in this area. Thank you again, sir. Thank you all. So I'd like to ask all the participants, can you please open your video so that we can take some screenshots with sir? All the participants who are there, kindly please, you can open your video. We like to have some screenshot. Yes, thank you. I can see the faces of different faculties and researchers. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you once again to join today. And tomorrow we are having one more session of drug discovery with, along with AI and ML from the Premier Institute, Naipur, Hyderabad. So we are going to have a session by tomorrow. So please do join by 9:45 tomorrow so that we can understand about the drug discovery with the help of AI and ML.
Okay then. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. And
Okay. I'm
everyone, you
leaving
can
them.
leave. Before that, kindly please stay for more minutes. I'm going to share the today's the attendance and the feedback form in the chat box. Kindly fill it, and then you can move. Just hold 1 second. I'm going to share the feedback form. So the link is
इनको
already
आगे कर दिया कोऑर्डिनेटर लो बोले चला हमारा ही खर्चा करा रहा है ये क्लास एक से भी ज्यादा दिखा रहा है सामने वाले को क्या होगा सर अच्छा इमेज थोड़ी जाता
so attendance is already floated in the chat box. So participant, kindly please mark your present attendance as well as give your valuable feedback by clicking the Google form. Yes. Thank you, Akash sir, again. So,
Okay, then I'm leaving. Okay,
yes, yes, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot.
okay.
Okay, sir. Request all the participants, kindly please give your valuable feedback and mark your attendance by clicking the Google form, what is already there in the chat box. And also the same I'm going to share in the WhatsApp group. If you are in the WhatsApp group, you will get also the same link. And those who are not yet joined in the WhatsApp group, kindly join, because I have floated the email many times along with the WhatsApp group joining link. So kindly join in the WhatsApp group. Thank you. Thank you for today. So we'll meet again by tomorrow by 9:45 a.m. Thank you.